So another month means another new 7 Days to Die console and PC news video, and this month we've got not that much news to cover unfortunately. There's been more 7 Days to Die Youtooz collectibles released, a new console update is being released called version 1.3, or if you're on PC it'll be under version 1.3 B6 experimental, and we got a new toggle that allows users who aren't in Japan to test out the new Japanese gore variants of zombies. So without further delay, let's do a quick recap and then cover the news. So as a short 30-second recap for those of you who didn't watch my previous 7 Days to Die news video from back in December, we talked about the serial rating for the Japanese PS5 version of 7 Days to Die finally being approved, which meant the Fun Pimps could now start the process of releasing the game in Japan. We also talked about how the Japanese version of the game would be released alongside the version 1.3, which we guessed and somewhat hoped would also bring some more bug fixes to the game, alongside maybe some early features from the upcoming 2.0 update. And lastly, we talked about the 30% discount for 7 Days to Die due to the winter sale that was ongoing. Now, unfortunately, that sale itself is now sadly over, so just letting you guys know that right here, right now. And that takes us up to now, which is of course the start of a brand new year, and the Fun Pimps to start off this year released some new Youtooz collectibles. They announced this over on their social media saying the following: next set of 7 Days to Die X Youtooz collectibles drop February 7th at 3 PM EST. Alongside this, they also released a photo of the two new Youtooz collectibles, which are one of the female zombie variants and the Trader Joel. Honestly, not to sound like too much of a shill for TFP, because I know a lot of people give me hate if I do, but I do love these figurines, and at the moment I actually don't have a stable office, but when I do, I'd love to have these alongside the other two Youtooz figurines on my wall. If you don't already know, by the way, the other two Youtooz figurines are the Trader Jen and Zombie Cop, which were released earlier on last year. Now moving on, we've got the release of version 1.3 B6 experimental on PC. This was announced a few hours ago by the Fun Pimps on their social media account saying the following: V1.3 experimental is out and we have officially passed cert for our Japanese PS5 version. This update mostly concentrates on gore updates and improvements. Look for it on consoles as soon as publishing posts are live. Now sadly and somewhat painfully, there was actually no official patch notes attached to this post, but heading over to Steam I was able to find them. So we've got the V1.3 B6 changelog. Add a texture and material variants for several zombies and gore blocks for PS5 Japanese rating only. Console command TCC can be used at the main menu for those who would like to toggle Japanese gore variants on PC, Linux, and Mac versions. And then lastly, in the added section, we've got gore to Fat Hawaiian. Moving on to the change section, we've got limit RWG preview quality to high on console devices. Then we've got show readable error when trying to add duplicate entity class names. And then finally, improve lots of dismemberment pieces. Then moving on to the fixes in version 1.3, we've got NRE when starting game with EOS disabled, button localizations on player list / block players where the wrong way around, mod event player spawned in world not called for listen server host player, PS5 crash when exiting game, change the default game core save storage provider back to blobs to avoid rare save corruption on Xbox. Some level design tools cannot be unchecked, PS5 game can hang during startup, unable to clear school_03 Grover High plus large combat performance improvements, XUI reloading main menu causes exception, and lastly adjusted issues with some dismemberment pieces. So yeah, that is all the news I've got to share with you guys in regards to 7 Days to Die. Now I know many of you are feeling that since the launch of version 1.0 back in July, things have just been slowing down in terms of news every single month, and to some extent I would agree that there is an argument to be made on that. However, we have got to remember that this is still just the beginning of the year. Things will be slow due to people just coming back from their Christmas holidays, and we know that there has been unexpected delays in development due to things like the Japanese PS5 version of the game being delayed. It is just the start of February, so let's give the Fun Pimps some time to get back in the office and get back to work, and hopefully by the end of Q1, which will be March, they'll be able to make good on their goal of having version 2.0 released, and be back on track to getting regular new features and bug fixes out to the community. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that is the end of this video. So I want to say thank you all so much for watching. If you did go and enjoy it, please share it with your friends, drop a like, and let me know your thoughts on the news I covered today. Also be sure to subscribe and turn the notification bells to stay notified for when I release any other 7 Days to Die news content on the channel. Other than that guys, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.